Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this video grabbed your attention, you are here for a reason, and we will go ahead and pull some cards to see what that reason is right now. Well, it's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, so wherever you are, know that I am very thankful for you for tuning in, for waiting to see what is supposed to be communicated. Lots of cards want to come out. One more. Ooh wee. Okay, I'm hearing that's it. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Amazing. We're going to start with card number 1, the Bone Collector. The second card is number 15, One Ring Circus. Then we have Deep Freeze, number 26. Okay. I'm just hearing, we're just going to tune into this right now. Right over here, I mean, we can get into the guidebook. When I read cards, I really just like to see what they're communicating to me first before we get into what the author possibly has to say about them. What this is giving me is like really deep, very intentional summer energy into a very desolate, cold winter energy, and then this point in between. With our Bone Collector here, we see a lot of fiery color, a lot of warmth. We have a bunny down here, so the bunny really talks to us about luck, about transformation, about new beginnings, new time, prosperous time, a lot of financial abundance, a lot of fulfillment and abundance in many areas of our life. And as I said, many areas of our life, I was just tuning into this wheel over here, and I'm not sure if you can see, but the wheel has many different numbers in it. It looks like a clock. It is a clock. And the number 4 is taken out. I'm not sure if time has felt like it's gone really, really fast for you, and then there's going to be a standstill, like our winter months. There's also here like just the bones, right? The bones of what was once living is now exposed in a transformative way. The flesh has fallen away and we see the structure of things. So I'm really just picking up on the idea of manifestation, asking for something to come to, and really stripping away like what you thought that might look like to allow for the structure of your ask, the structure of your desire to actually come through, like the bones, the framework of what that actually is. What I'm being inspired to share with you is I was leaving the golf course the other day, and instead of turning left to go home, my intuition said, turn right. And so I went in the opposite direction of my home, and I continued tuning into my clairaudience. I continued tuning into the guidance and the message and exactly where it is my higher self was bringing me. Long story short, I was just being brought an extremely long way home, but I felt like what this was doing for me is it was prepping me and priming me to just drop all of my ideas of what I thought I should be doing in that moment, which was turning the right way home and going directly home and just doing something different, really just getting me out of like my normal routine so that in, I'm assuming, the near future, when I'm being asked to do something I wouldn't typically do, I have less, I guess, discrimination against it. I have less of a fight against it. I have less questions. If you find that you're someone who receives intuitive guidance, but you have a lot of questions around what you're receiving, if you're like, well, why do that? Why? The why never matters. What matters is you dropping the things that you are doing and following what it is you're being asked to follow through on. The summertime also really fuels us with a lot of passion, a lot of fiery energy, and a lot of like wellness and spiritual gurus out there would tell you like, oh, the summertime is the time to like really put into action everything that you're thinking of and everything you thought of the winter and all of this creative, like positive juju, like do it in the summertime. And quite the opposite could be happening for you. My summertime in particular was very, very active. I have never been busier, but I was busy doing all of the things for all of the other people except for myself. And for the first time in my life, I am actually so excited that winter is right around the corner because I can envision myself like I'm already there. I am really like, I'm working hard. I am full of passion. I am full of energy, and I'm doing all of the things that I would have wanted to do in the summer months, but during the winter time. And I think it's actually a really exciting idea that the rest of this hemisphere is going to be in that like sleepy, somber state where I feel like I'm going to be a busy bee and just doing my thing and really fueling my passions. Now, in the wintertime, if this is a time for you to reflect and to get quiet, now is the time to do that. But you might also want to take a play out of the playbook that I was speaking to, because if you're at a season in your life where you do have a lot of creative ideas, if this past summer was fueling you and planting a bunch of different seeds, like this is the outcome I want, this winter, why don't you keep busy by trying all of the different things, by removing what you thought was the answer to achieving the thing you wanted, and try different things to make your, I guess, like end game a reality. I'm seeing over here, I'll show you, I made a digital art board that just covers a bunch of different areas of life. And I was just tuning into the celebration champagne glasses. Like this winter, instead of being or keeping so quiet, this winter could be a time for a lot of celebration, by a lot of just embracing new ways of being, embracing new habits, embracing new patterns. I'm even hearing embracing new relationships. I feel in general like I have a really deep feeling inside of me that this winter is going to be unlike any other winter past. Inside of this, I am being told, like, read the book for 15. But I can tell you what I was also picking up on is just a lot of water. So a lot of water here. It's so interesting because there's like zero water, zero water to be found. It's very dry. It's very flat. We have a ton of water here. And then here we do have some water, but most of it is frozen. And when it comes to our water, I don't even know half of the things that come out of my mouth sometimes. But when it comes to water, this is a really clear indicator of emotions, speaking to our emotional state. So in the summertime, at a time where it like typically should be really busy, really exciting, full of passion, full of like heat and fiery passion, which is maybe why I'm picking up on just like the dryness, the flatness of things. And then going into maybe this point in between summer and your winter was a bit more emotional. Maybe you're realizing or you're coming through to a lot more emotional stability. I just finished recording another reading where we were talking in one of the groups coming up over the next 3 months. a lot of emotional maturity is going to be taking place, and just like feeling through the emotions, and the importance of not dismissing or pushing emotions aside, but allowing yourself to have emotions settle in and then move up and out of you. And over here, like, we see a lot of waves, a lot of movement in water, in those emotions. Allow for your emotions to move through you. And then in the quieter time where you're not frozen, you're not standstill, but you're just maybe I what's coming to me is maybe colder towards others, but in a way where you're not bending yourself or behaving or acting out of turn. So it's almost like in the wintertime, the mask is coming off and you're being looked at as a more authentic version of yourself, because you understand what that looks like now. You understand through understanding your emotions, who you are, which is very, very exciting. So I'm hearing to read the reversed part of number 15, One Ring Circus. If you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear-based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate the misuse of power. Give it up. Let go of the need to control how the wind blows and let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be the savior. What's coming to me is like, you don't have to be the hero anymore. Now, moving through this and moving through those ideas of interfering with how other people are acting or behaving around you, you're going to be showing up more authentically yourself. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step to independence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally. Neither overshadows the other. Let me just think about this for a second, because I feel like that was a really big message to come through in between the two of these cards. And then I was just tuning into this card a little bit more, and it's the Lion, and it's thinking, or having me think rather, of the Strength card in the original tarot deck. And the Strength card is really all about like standing super strong in what it is you believe in. Okay. What it is you want to manifest, what it is you want to bring into your life, what it is you specifically know is for you and for your highest good might not align with what other people in your life think is for you. And other people in your life might want to try to control how it is you live your life. They might want to try and control how you conduct yourself, the choices you make, the decisions you make. Get quiet, feel your emotions, but stand up for yourself. Allow for people to think whatever they want to think, but also give yourself the grace to show up in your life as an authentic version of yourself. If you find that you've lived a lot of your life people pleasing or not being authentic to what it is you want in the moment, then, and you do that and you repeat that over and over and over again, I speak from experience, then you almost start to trick yourself into believing that you're someone that you're not. And oh my gosh, this message is really hitting home right now. This message is really, okay. It's definitely resonating. And yeah, so I guess I'll say that when I have recognized that I have just tried to be all of the things, I've tried to be very helpful, I've tried to be the organized one, the good one, and I have bit my tongue, bit my lip, whatever the saying is, when something needed to be said. I have said yes so many times when I wanted to say no. And all that did is it not only upset me in whatever followed afterwards, because I wasn't being authentic to myself, but I actually started to play the part. I played the part that wasn't me, and I played the part of being who I thought anyone else needed me to be. And I've just found that lately, specifically the last couple of months, I've really broken through that mold. And so I just found that, or I'm finding and discovering, the more that I really tune into what it is I want to do, in despite of anyone else's opinion of what I should be doing instead, I have to start listening to what it is my higher self wants. Really following those directions, because if my higher self wants it, it is for my highest good. Okay, moving on. Protecting treasure, number 39. We have spark. I feel like this is a face coming out of the clouds, but it doesn't look like a cloud. It looks like a flower. So we'll see. Aw. We have heal the ouch. Aw. Raccoon is just so sweet. And that's number 38. And then we have commitment, 36. Okay. Phenomenal. This is really feeling like over the next little bit, there's just going to be a lot of internal healing, a lot of internal decision making coming from the highest point of view, like really coming from your highest self. And in that happening and in you trusting the process of that, oh my gosh, I am seeing so many layers healing, so many layers just peeling away from you, and like thick concrete walls being smashed down all around you, and you then being even more divinely guided. Coming up, your intuition, truly, if you make, here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to readings. I can provide all of the guidance and all of the messages and support coming through to you between you and your higher self and your team, and all of the love and support. But it's you ultimately that makes the decision. And so I know that that's coming up because now is your opportunity to just get clear, and to decide what it is you want, and to decide that however it is you thought you were going to get there isn't necessarily the answer for you, but just setting that intention and the willingness to be open to accept and receive what is meant for you and what is trying to break through in your life is going to be anything and everything you could possibly need. Tons of sparks, a lot of intuitive aha moments are going to come to you. Me seeing this as a face budding out of a flower is really just communicating like a fresh new beginning, like new life. You know, flowers blooming is very resemblance of the springtime, of a new time. And of course, it's following after our like quote unquote winter card. The protecting treasure. I'm hearing like, be very mindful of what you share with who. Not everyone is going to share the same dreams as you. I have someone in my life who is so incredibly loving. Like when I say loving and I say nurturing, it's beyond words. And I love this person so much. And I know that this person absolutely loves me so much. But energetically, I can actually feel when they don't want specific successes to come my way for their own reasons. The ego can be a really, really tricky place. The ego is very conniving, very sneaky, and it can be extremely unpredictable. And I don't look at this person and point the finger and blame, but I'm also extremely blessed to have that type of insight as to why I feel the energetic shift. And I understand the predicament, and I understand the situation that they're in. And I know that a lot of things are going to change when my specific I suppose manifestations come to. And so instead of sharing the things that I desire with this person, I'm just diligent to hold on, to protect my ideas, to protect what it is I know God has in store for me, and just to allow for that to happen and allow for the shifts and the transformations to take place at its own divine time. I don't think. I don't like that term. That term, I think it's because, or I think da da da. If you are also a I think offender, I have worked at removing the I think from my sentences as often as possible, because it just really minimizes and removes the confidence I have behind knowing something. And actually, I notice myself when I affirm, like, I know, like I know, like I know, then I'm really honoring my claircognizance, like that intuitive ability to just know things without reason. Anytime I say I think, it's like I'm making excuses. So I digress, but I know that when I do share specific things and I'm instantly feeling the energy between me, and not just with this specific person, but with anyone who doesn't want the best for me or doesn't want something to happen because it then will drastically change things for them, I know that it's just best to keep it to myself. And I know that God will reveal in great time what should be revealed, that it's not up to me to reveal what God has in store, but up to me to keep working towards the things that it is I want, and to keep that energy building and building and building without someone else's sword cutting through it. Healing the ouch has everything to do with looking at triggers, looking at things that are coming up for you right now that feel unjust, that feel icky, things that give you the ick. Like, why are they giving you the ick? Why has a certain idea been planted inside of your mind? It is a time to do the work, to dig a bit and to ask questions, to still remain very hopeful and very positive and energetically charged with what it is you're working towards. But in doing that, there's also a piece of you that's asking to work towards the inner healing as well. And I feel like the more strength you build from within, the more strength and structural foundation you're building around you is also going to get created, and it's also going to just have that momentum to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then this commitment card. Over the next bit, over this transformation, over this wanting and desiring and working towards, you're really going to find yourself in deeper commitment with yourself, but I'm also seeing in union with others. If you are currently in a relationship, I'm actually seeing a bunch of new friends, like a crowd of new friends coming towards you. If you're single, I'm seeing yourself falling more in love with yourself, like a self-love. And not for all of you, because for all of you, now is not the time. Now is the time to pour this self-love into you. But for some of you, I'm seeing you like going to open up a door and walking through all of these new opportunities to find that love, to find that commitment, that partnership commitment in a romantic sense with someone else, just like pouring out of you. I'm just, I'm being asked to talk about this a little bit. There is so much potential for love and for romantic partnership out there. But right now, in this time of transformation, in this time of, I'm just seeing like really deep healing happening for you, and a time of expansive movements going on in and with your intuition and how your intuition communicates to you. If you're yearning for a romantic partnership and you want to be dating someone else, and you find that those thoughts are consuming you in a way that is pulling you away from work or some sort of mission, or seeing through a manifestation that you want because you don't have enough energy or you're not putting enough action behind like that thing that you're trying to expose from the bare bones, then ask yourself, like, what is it? Like, why you feel so distracted by the idea and by the desire of getting into a relationship right now? Is it simply that? Like, is it a distraction? I think that there's so many people that talk about, getting into romantic partnership and, finding the one. And then I read all these comments, or I'm fully aware of, but it isn't happening for me yet. And this was supposed to happen months ago and years ago. I'm one of those people like, wait a second. I heard a reading that this was supposed to happen ages ago and it never happened. And so the question I have faced myself with is, did I waste all of that time? And did I put so much energy into those videos and into readings and into hoping and praying and wishing for this romantic partner to simply appear because that was a part of my ego pulling me away from my life's work, pulling me away from serving my community, from sitting here with you? Thank goodness I'm not on the couch. I'm hearing to take both of those. Thank goodness I'm not on the couch watching a pick a card reading. Thank goodness I'm here sitting and recording one with you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put those back, I'm hearing. Okay, let's clean up these cards because I feel like the energy there is really weird. Okay. Just in terms of like, I just need a clear space right now. A clear space to create clear thoughts. Yeah, so figure out the distraction. Like, why is the distraction there? Why is it that you're like, really hoping for this relationship? Get clear there first, and then realize where your energy will be more useful for you. Okay, so we have blessings. Oh, thank goodness. Abundance. Wonderful. Oh, we have love. Oh, I love this for you. We have inner peace. Wow. Okay. This is so nice. We have gateway. We have openness. And we have patience. Oh, I love that. Okay. Our patience coming right under love and inner peace. Just have patience with yourself, my love. Have so much patience. Okay. Blessings coming in, abundance coming in. I'm hearing like all sorts of love is finding you. If that's love in partnership, in your community, with your friends, with your family, with yourself, wherever it's coming from, always know that love and only love ultimately surrounds you. Only love is real. It's one of the many lessons that the Course in Miracles share. Only love is real. If it is not love, it's not real. It's coming from your ego or the ego of someone else. Fear is not real. Worry is not real. Only love is real. If someone in your life is showing up as not loving, like that, it's a false dynamic. Like it's a false relationship. It's a player or a piece in the game that does not need to be there anymore. So remove yourself, get clear on that, get clear on what it is you want to work towards. Let's read Gateway. Elemenopi. In Celtic traditions, the wee folk, fairies and elves easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. The Enchanted Valley is the place where these portals often appear. So reading that, I was really gathering on like walking in like wooded trees, like a forest, somewhere that's enchanted for you. I keep thinking about bringing myself to Scotland. I don't know. It could be Ireland. It could be England. It could be Greece. I'm hearing Italy, Turkey, Egypt. go see the pyramids, like go to a magical place. And if this is something that you can't physically do in the moment, then do as I do. Jump on the TikTok and just look up the hashtags and get inspired. You know, maybe there's documentaries or there's movies based in the area that you would like to go that you can watch and just feel the magical energy and the magical power from. Sit in meditation. Work on opening your third eye. I have actually a chakra meditation that I posted. Actually, I didn't post it on this channel. I posted it on another channel, but I should post it. I should post it here. Maybe I will. I probably should. If it's coming to me to do it, I probably should. So I'll post a chakra meditation here, and it was in collaboration with a musician, Chris Noble. He did all of the music to it, and we collaborated and figured out all of the different hertz. It's a great meditation. I did the recording years ago. Would I make changes? Yes, absolutely. But for what it is, it's pretty good. And so I will leave the link down below and you can go and check that out. Also with meditation, my eye was going to the inner peace and just finding so much more inner peace, you know, that like, if it doesn't bring me peace, I don't want it. If something does not bring you peace, like it's remove yourself. This is your indicator. It's the only indicator you need that something isn't for you. Yeah, and just be open. Right now is the time to be open to receive your abundance, to receive your blessings, to receive your inner peace. When we think about our foundations and like stability, this is where we want to start. Like we want to be in this place that brings us new beginnings, that brings like a sense of magic. There's nothing wrong with approaching life with this magical wonder, with this childlike way of looking at things. Be open to that, and also just harness patience. Oh my gosh, patience. It is such a virtue. And I really, for myself, I have to pat myself on the back. Patience is something that I have really, truly had to lean into. And it's something that I had to learn. And man, did I ever learn it. And I've been on a learning patience journey for 8 years. And I feel like now I am unshooketh. Like it is okay. I can patiently await for anything coming my way just because I understand that everything is in divine timing. And now that I am in this space and in this energy of pushing forward, it is so much less rigid than before. It was almost like I was doing things before because I expected things to happen instantly, where now I'm beginning journeys and it's like, I know that this is probably going to take months. Like I know that this is probably going to take all of this time to actually receive the traction that I'm looking for. But I'm here for it. Like I'm here to be patient with myself and to just show up in very determined and diligent ways. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on this piece of your journey. And you will find success, and you're going to find a lot of inner success. You are going to wake up, I am telling you, 5 months from now, like shiny newness. That's what's going to happen for you. You're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, wow, who is that? And I can't wait for you. And thank you for having me be a part of your journey, or to come on a little piece of your journey with you. It's an absolute honor. Thank you. We're very connected. We are all very connected with one another. And yeah, what a ride. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I'll be so interested to hear this video back, to hear everything that came out. Yeah, it's really amazing. And I'm so grateful. For you and for your time, and for my guides and your guides speaking up and speaking out. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day.